All right. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for attending today. If you were on yesterday, apologies for the mix-up. We had a scheduling conflict, and but happy to see everybody that's joining here today. For those tuning in, whether you are an active Agent Legend user, an active Lofty user, or considering the platform, today is going to be a sneak peek into the integration that we are putting the finishing touches on with the Lofty team, and really illustrating the power and the combination of the two platforms. For those of you who are familiar with Agent Legend, you obviously know our communications platform. Lofty has their communications platform, but what we have been very working on diligently with them is incorporating our data. So for those of you that are already Lofty users, you know all of the great AI capabilities that they have released, are continuing to release. And so over the coming days and weeks, we will be think of us as amplifying the effectiveness of those vehicles, leveraging the power of the consumer data that we bring to the table. So taking a step back, the power that we bring for our users within the Agent Legend platform is combining all of that incredible first party data that they have already flowing in their CRMs. So think about email opens, clicks, website views, communication history, responses, all of that great information is used directionally. There's a lot of activity that gets folded into there. And then what we do is we really filter through the noise to find those leads that are really high intent for you. And then we can help you take action on those. And so as we work through things today, this should be pretty brief. For those that are in live, please jump into the chat. I want to make sure that we answer specific questions that you may have around your workflows. There's going to be three things that we're going to work through here today and what we're doing. First is going to be the lead scoring and prioritization that already exists in Lofty and what we're able to do to improve those. The second is going to be the new channel of communications that you now have the ability to execute with. So what that means is effectively we have our handwritten letter capability. You may be using direct mail within Lofty right now, but imagine the power of being able to, in a drip format, execute a really high touch handwritten letter with a text, with a voicemail, with an email, all in combination with one another. And then for those of you who may be using two different CRMs, you that are on these calls may know who that is. But whether you're a loan officer who is collaborating or partnering through another platform and trying to eliminate some of the inefficiencies that exist, we've now built out the plumbing that exists to allow you to feed communications back and forth between platforms, and you'll no longer have that complexity of jumping in between platforms. Rachel, yes, we are live. And so if you are having trouble logging in, we will get this recording out to you all. This should be pretty brief in what we're going through today. So for those that are able to tune in live, great. If not, you'll get the recording as we continue along. So I'm going to share my screen here, everyone. And we just simply put together a few slides to give you a high level overview of what this looks like. And so give me a second and pull this up and then bring it to stage. And then we'll get it into presentation mode. If there's questions that you have, please throw them in right now. If you're a Lofty user, let us know. If you're considering Lofty, please let us know. And maybe tell us what CRMs you may be using right now. So while we get this all teed up. So as I mentioned, today we're going to go through the three new capabilities that we're now integrating directly within Lofty, as well as the other systems that we are integrated with and how we're bridging the gap there. So I mentioned the smarter lead scoring. We'll touch on that, upgraded direct mail capabilities, and then the unified communications. All right. So the first is the lead scoring. So Lofty was really far and away advanced compared to some of the other platforms that we've worked with in the past regarding how we use predictive analytics to create operational efficiencies in our organizations. In the real estate business that we are involved with, we have been using the tools that have existed for years. And the problem that exists with lead scoring today is it is handicapped. You have first party data that exists. And that's what a lot of scoring algorithms are built around and predictions that are made. Well, the issue with that is we know in our profession that a lot of tire kickers exist. And so if you're just relying upon activity alone, clicks, um, property views, last communication, correspondence with leads, that can skew the information. And so what we're doing is we are amplifying that when you now overlay our third party data set. If you are already an Agent Legend customer, you know the power of Lily and what she's able to do, where she is taking all of the rich first party data that you are receiving each and every single day. You know the power of that data. Your data is your biggest asset as a business owner. And so our goal and intention is to help you unlock that to not only improve the operational efficiencies of your sales team, but your marketing team as well, and the overall gross margin that exists in your business, so that we can improve those conversion rates from sub 2%. And you can now mine the gold that's in the old. So readiness, identifying who to talk to, who not to talk to. And so when you combine those, that's now going to live directly in your Lofty account. And so all of the agentic capabilities that exist within those platforms, think about now being able to amplify those capabilities, leveraging the power of our consumer data. If you have questions about that consumer data, what we've amassed is over 1,600 unique data points across 250 million US adults. What that means is think about how we have traditionally targeted prospects. We have targeted people based on life event data, the death, diamonds, divorce, diplomas, diapers. Yes, that's included in this data set. That is in this data set for sure. We have over 1,595 more traits included. And what we're looking for is, yes, all of those great things that your CRM tracks. This is the power of the existing lead scoring that exists. You have clicks, you have opens, you have activity, which is great. But if I, as a business owner, assign my resources, time, money, investing in platforms that auto nurture all of those contacts, well, guess what? That becomes expensive. And so you're going to get a lot of I'm just lookings, unsubscribed opt outs. And if that happens, that's crippling for us. And so the strategic way in which we do this is we actively go out in your local market. We look at who recently bought or sold property. And this is what our data engineering team does. And they are looking for the specific things that these people were doing before they had this conversion event, buying, selling real estate. If you're tuning in from a different vertical, we do this in other verticals in home services, solar, insurance as well. But for all of you that are on here for real estate and mortgage specifically, what we're looking for is who bought a home, who sold a home, who refinanced, right? And so when we know those behaviors, we then plug that information into your database in your local market, and that's what helps the scoring. And so now you have the power in Lofty of all of that great first party scoring that you see on the left. You have the power of Agent Legends, offline third party data, amplifying that scoring in general. And now you can create smarter lists. You can create more strategic action plans for your prospects, and you can create more personalized journeys than you've ever been able to before. And if you're now just using the new AI sales agents, now imagine the power of that agent, not only with the first party context that it has, but all this offline third party data where it can now humanize and personalize the communications moving forward. That's the power of just having our data set into the system. So that's the first thing. The next is our handwritten letters. As we at Agent Legend explored how we can keep personalization at scale, we have been doing texting for over nearly 15 years at this point at scale. We know how to deliver messages. We know how to sort through all of the complexities on your iPhone or Android device of making sure that it lands in the inbox, right? We're really great at that. We know the compliance side, what to say, what words will immediately trigger a red flag. We know email deliverability, voicemails. We are rolling out conversational AI that's going to be rolling out here soon. But now we have handwritten letters as well. So imagine the power of automating that in a workflow, not just bulk direct mail that most people are doing, but we have the capability of actually sending out handwritten letters that go to our production facility. You can get a little feel for how these things get executed, but you can send it to somebody that you just had a coffee date with, a listing appointment. You can send this to somebody who just had an expired for sale by owner. You can send this to your own agents, your recruits, right? There's so many different applications for these deliverables, and they are not inkjet printed. They're literally Bic pens to the cards that you designed, highly personalized. And you put your message on there, local postage, and we can execute those now directly through Lofty. Right. And so Lofty has their direct mail capabilities. They're phenomenal. They have that all perfectly integrated within the system. Well, now we can overlay this capability to bring your entire outreach strategy, make it omni-channel and highly personalized as well. So we're really excited for this to get rolled out. It's been one of the most popular vehicles for us since we rolled it out because of the, how crowded texting can be these days and email as well. And then the final piece here, and this is for those of you, if you're Zillow Flex, if you are a lender that is a partner of those teams, what we have built, because we have the integration with Follow Up Boss, this works with other platforms as well, but this is specific. If you are using multiple CRMs in your workflows, Agent Legend can be now that plumbing vehicle that allows these two platforms to sync up. This is what we're really excited about as we've been working with our clients that are now facing the challenges of, hey, we're using Lofty. We love Lofty, but we have to use Follow Up Boss in this instance, or we still love Follow Up Boss and we want to use Lofty as well because of the difference in capabilities. Well, the issue that exists is those platforms don't quite communicate with one another. If you're deploying messaging through Follow Boss, it's not going to sync over directly to Lofty. If you're doing the same in Lofty, it's not going to sync over to Follow Up Boss. And so, what we provide is the conduit between the two. So, any communications that you're sending, you will now have full transparency in those messages. And so now it just keeps your workflows so much tighter, and you're not having to bounce from tab to tab. For those of us, our clients that are loan officers that I've spoken to, they might have 4 or 5 different Follow Up Boss login accounts, and it's a nightmare. And so this is what we are very excited to showcase for those that are onboarding for us right now. And so that's the third feature that's included within this integration. And so the purpose of today's quick little pop on here for our little webinar here is just to give you a sneak peek and a taste for what's coming. If you're interested in getting started, we are slowly onboarding customers with this integration right now. You can scan that QR code. It's going to take you to our sign up page. There's no credit card or anything required. It just it allows our system to kick into gear to begin your onboarding process. So if that's of interest to you, you can go and take action on that right now, and we will get you in our queue for next week as we are slowly onboarding everybody. If there are, I know we breezed through this, so if there are specific questions that you have particular to your business and how this looks in your current workflows, when you sign up or when you reach out to support, if you're an active customer of Agent Legend to date, simply chat into support, and we're happy to answer any questions that you do have. But we are incredibly excited to partner with Lofty. We're excited to really amplify the effectiveness of their capabilities, leveraging our platform as well. And so for those that want to get started, just scan that QR code, and I will stick around here for another minute or two. I'll look in the chat to see if there's any specific questions. And thank you guys for attending. Final thing there, you'll see at the bottom, any new clients that we onboard with this will get 10 free letters. That's not just new Agent Legend customers. If you're an existing Agent Legend customer as well, we will give those letters if you're integrating with Lofty as well, because we do want you to feel the power of those in your daily workflows. So with that further ado, I don't see any other questions. So thank you for those that quickly popped on. We're going to be doing another one of these once it is fully rolled out to give you a full deep dive on the demo and show you exactly how these workflows work. We're currently putting the finishing touches on those on the development side, so we'll get back at it. So Letty, hopefully I didn't butcher your name. I apologize for this. So I'm going to put your question on the screen. I might need some clarification here. So this is only CRM data management, or has IDX as well. Lofty has IDX. They can help you with your marketing in your website as well. That's an IDX question. So we can put you in touch with them. So go and check out the Lofty. If you're not familiar with Lofty, Letty, I'm not sure what platform you're currently what platform you're currently using, but Lofty is a great all-in-one solution. They do offer that capability. No, perfect. Yes. So if you already have Lofty, then I would reach out to them. They do have I believe they have their IDX websites that they can help you with as well. And if you're looking for any additional assistance, please reach out to our support team. I don't know, Letty, if you're an Active Agent Legend customer, but please, reach out to us. We'll make sure that we give you clarity on any questions that you have there. Oh, there you go. So I have Lofty IDX. Yeah. So if your question is more about how we integrate with that, yes, any leads that submit that information. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm now more clear. So, yes, how we work on the IDX side, think of those property views, the lead submissions. A lot of Lofty customers already have the basic automations covered, or they have their AI sales agents. So, those are capabilities that you really don't need Agent Legends integration at all. What you will want to consider is the scoring and prioritization that we can provide. So, think about the enhancement to the lead scoring that we can provide with our database management solution. That's Lily on our end. When you go to our website, if you sign up, we do a complimentary database analysis. That is our way of helping you understand where there's opportunity sitting in that database, and then we connect with your database to now allow you to prioritize the right leads in your workflow. So that's certainly the solution that we offer for those folks. Callum, do you offer any other marketing alongside these calling and the likes? Callum, we do not offer like outbound sales or like ISA services. We know some really strong companies that we're happy to put you in touch with, and but Lofty they have their sales agents that they offer now, and so that might be worth looking into. Perfect. All right, guys. If there aren't any other questions, um, we're going to log off here for today. But if something comes to mind, reach out to our support team, reach out to our team directly. We're happy to answer more questions. I know this was very surface level, but hopefully it puts it on your radar as to what's to come. And then if you're ready to start, we can get you in our onboarding queue on our end, so you're ready to go as soon as this is officially activated. So thank you everybody for taking the time to attend. And for those of you that are tuning in afterwards, enjoy the recording and peace out. Have a great rest of your week.